So in this video, I'm going to review Wondershare Filmora, but this isn't going to be a technical review. This isn't going to be a guru or an expert or someone with years and years of practice and tested all of the video editing software there is available out there. This is basically going to be me, who's a YouTube newbie. I'm on my own journey. I've just created a YouTube channel and I'm trying to create 100 videos in 100 days. So this is coming from my perspective. I'm trying to create 100 videos and I'm trying to create them fast. So I'm learning on the fly. Pretty much all of this is new to me and pretty much all of this I'm winging to a degree. So I need software that's easy to use, affordable, and basically just makes my life easier of producing content every single day and trying to get it out there onto YouTube. Hey guys, if like me you want to learn how to make a second income stream through affiliate marketing, then hit subscribe and the bell and you won't miss a thing. So my name is John Davis and I'm an aspiring affiliate marketer. So if you don't know what affiliate marketing is, it's basically recommending a product and getting a commission back for recommending that product if someone buys it. It's a really simple process. It's how a lot of the internet works and anyone can do it. So if you're watching this and you've already got your own YouTube channel, which I'm guessing you probably have if you're looking at a Filmora review video, it could be that you feature things on your channel. It could be that you talk about products, about services, about certain solutions. It could be things that you can buy on Amazon. It could be anything. It could be clothing. It could be makeup. It could be software. It could be absolutely anything. It could be that if you promote that software because it's something that you believe in, something that you use, something that you spend your own hard-earned cash on, that if someone buys it through your little promotion link that you get, it could be that you could get a commission for that as well. And I think it's probably the best and most genuine kind of way of making money on the internet. So I started this channel because, for a couple of reasons really. One of them was I need to push my comfort zone. I've never done video before and I need to do video because that's the way things are going. With smartphones now and the fact that YouTube's the second biggest search engine out there, you really need to start getting good at video content to almost succeed with affiliate marketing. Yes, there are different routes. You can create blogs still, and I like to blog. You can use Instagram, you can use Pinterest, you can use loads of different platforms, but YouTube seems to be the one that's key. Video content is absolute key at the moment. And I kind of thought, well, there's no better way to learn than to just throw myself into it and make myself learn. And that's kind of what I'm doing. So you can look at my videos and you can look at some of the ones I've done over the last few months and I'll hold my hands up and I'll say these aren't going to be the best videos you've ever seen. They're not, but these are the start of my journey. And I think it's important that you can look back and you can see how you progress, how you get better. And part of that is your editing as well. So when you're creating your videos, some people are really good at this kind of thing, but when you're creating your videos, you want to put like your own little style to it really, don't you? And people have their own style. People have things that suit them more than others. You can be quirky, you can be quite straight with it. So a lot of like how-to and educational videos can be quite corporate looking and quite uniform really with their appearance. You know, almost like the same transitions and the same titles and just trying to keep it really kind of almost professional looking. Whereas if you're kind of a lifestyle blogger and you're blogging about things that go on in your life, products that you use, you might be a little bit more quirky. You might have like a little bit more of you really. So video editing is about being able to add them little touches that just make your videos look that little bit more professional. And if you're like me and you can't do a video in one take, it's a good way of then chopping your video up, editing it and kind of shoving it all back together like some kind of mishmash random franking video. So that's what this is about really. I'm going to talk about Filmora by Wondershare. That's the software that I've purchased, that's the software I use. I'm going to give you some of the advantages of using Filmora. I'm going to give you some of the disadvantages of using Filmora. So if you stay to the end, I'll give you the full overview of Filmora. I'm going to tell you exactly what a YouTube newbie would need to know. I'm not going to deep dive into every little feature. I'm going to show you the basics. I'm going to show you what I do. I'm going to give you a bit of a run through really of when I'm editing a video, what the kind of thing that I like to do. And then at the end, if you want to buy it, there's a link in the description. If you want some alternatives, I haven't tested many, but I've tested a couple, so we'll go through them as well. So what we'll do, just to start off, we'll talk about why I chose Wondershare Filmora. So the first thing you do when you go onto Google and you search for video editing software and you look at YouTube and you look at some of the reviews, some of the demos, and you try and figure out which is best for you. Now, they all do more or less the same. It's just finding one that works for you. It depends what platform you're using as well, what device you're using. So I'm using a Windows laptop. I'm not using a Mac. If you're using a Mac or I've heard that ScreenFlow is quite good, but that's not a recommendation. That's a recommendation by proxy. So the person who's taught me a lot about affiliate marketing, he uses ScreenFlow, but I don't have a Mac, so I'm basically going to say ScreenFlow is meant to be good. Don't know. I'll go and have a look. In my case, though, I'm using a PC with Windows on, so I use Filmora. Now, The alternatives were Camtasia, which everyone raves about Camtasia. Now, through my work, I do actually have access to Camtasia. So I have seen and I have tested and installed it for like other people who use it for their day-to-day job. And I've looked at it, and to be honest, I wasn't exactly blown away. I was expecting this all singing, all dancing solution. Now, the version I looked at was probably about 18 months, 2 years old, so fair enough, it might have changed quite a bit. But it didn't have all the little extras that I was expecting. Yes, you could do screen recording really nice, so it's really good for that. So when you're doing screen recording and you can see the little mouse cursor as you move the mouse around, and as you click on things, it was absolutely superb for that kind of thing. But the problem I saw with Camtasia was that the version I tested, it throttles your resolution. So say I'm recording now, and I've not got very good lighting in this room, so it'll probably be quite grainy anyway, but hey ho, it's better done than perfect. But what I found with Camtasia is no matter what I set it for, like the frames per second, it would override it because it'd just say, oh no, you can't do that. And it wouldn't give me that choice of saying, well, actually I can, my laptop is capable of it. So it just refused to let me record at that frames per second. So that's one alternative. Another alternative that I've only just started using is OBS, which is free. So if you want a free version, download OBS. I would say OBS is open source and it's a little bit less beginner friendly. So it's a little bit more kind of random menus, different little options, and you've got to kind of like mess around with it a bit more. But there's loads of content on YouTube, so I'll probably create some myself at some point. So it is an alternative. It is a version that can work for you, but it's basic. I found OBS was just pretty much, it records and that's it. Whereas Filmora gives you that little bit extra in terms of the editing and putting it all together into one kind of video file. So gives you a little bit of the finesse, the extra touches. What are some of the best features about Filmora? So for me, I think it's just the ease of use. So I'm okay using a laptop and using new applications and picking things up. I work in an IT role, so you sometimes have to learn brand new things kind of on the fly anyway. So that bit's okay. And I think Filmora does a really good job of making that simple. So they've got plenty of help out there, plenty of demos, some good YouTube content and walkthroughs. There's a few other kind of big influencers out there as well that use Filmora, so they kind of promote Filmora themselves, and they've got some great tutorials. A lot of them I found were quite advanced and not ones that you necessarily do. But using Filmora itself, which I will show you in a moment, it's just nicely laid out. The buttons are simple, the controls are simple. It's like anything. You just need to record a video and then just practice using it. So there's two sides to it really. There's the recording side and then the editing side. The recording side I think is pretty intuitive. You'll load it up and it'll basically give you the options there, whether you want to record your screen or your webcam and what you want to do. And then you've got the side of it that's the editing side. So that's where you take your produced, your final videos, and then you start putting them together, adding audio, adding images, that kind of thing. I don't want this video to be like a deep dive into this is how you add titles, this is how you add transitions, this is how you add elements, this is how you add images, that kind of thing. If you want to see that, I'm going to put a link to the video above. But I've created another video that shows how I put my videos together. So if you just want to walk through and just to see how someone else does it, I'll link the video above and I'll link it in the description as well. So that's there if you want it. But what I would say is Filmora is pretty good in terms of just the little extras. So what it does is it comes with like a load of standard, let's say transitions. So a transition is when you go from one scene to another scene. Or a lot of the time I use them when you're bridging like your different sections of your content. So I might do the whole, hi, I'm John Davis, and this is what I'm going to do. And then before I then kick off into the content, you have a transition. Now it could be the screen flipping up, it could be a graphic going across the screen, or do you know what I mean? It basically just shows you visually that scene has changed to another scene. Now they're really easy to add in Filmora. You literally just drag and drop them. And it's the same with titles. If you want to add some text at the bottom that says what you're talking about, puts your name in, puts your channel name in, anything really, any words that you want to put on screen, you grab title, you drag and drop it, and then just type in what you want to put. It's really, really simple. In terms of editing, so let's just say, like, I'll tell you now, this video, I'll probably spend about an hour editing it afterwards because I cannot do videos in one take whatsoever. So what I'll probably do in this video is chop it up and edit it a little bit. And I'll take out the bits where I lost my words and I kind of lost track, I stuttered, you know what I mean. All the mistakes and stuff, I'll basically cut them out. So it's really simple. You press Control-B, you cut that section, and then you kind of paste them back together. So if you look at it like the way these editors are laid out, it's almost like, you know, like, oh God, it depends how old you are if you watch this. But old film editing, where it used to be like a reel of film, and then literally like cut the film out and like tape them together. It's a similar thing. Your reel of film is displayed right across the bottom of the window, and you just chop out bits that you don't want and put them back together again. So it's hard to describe, but basically it's a really intuitive and user-friendly, beginner-friendly way of video editing. It really isn't that difficult, and it can be picked up really quickly. All the little extras that you want to add in are really simple to add in as well. One of the other things I like is that and this depends on your budget as well. So this is actually, you know what, this is going to be an advantage and a disadvantage, because I've seen both sides of this. So when you subscribe to Filmora, the package that I bought the lifetime deal basically, and it doesn't cost that much. The more expensive one, they also give you a subscription to a thing called film stocks. So all these different things, like these different transitions, you can get like different effects, like some unicorn ones, some wedding ones, some emoji ones, like there's loads and loads of different ones, and these are all like little add-on packs that you get, and it just means you've got different options. So you'll have different title screens, you'll have different elements which are like almost like animations that you can put on, you'll have different transitions where it cuts from scene to scene, and it just gives you this massive vast array of different kind of add-ons and like skins and feature packs, and it's really good. But there's a monthly cost to it. So when you sign up and you buy the lifetime deal, they give you it for 30 days. So I just added it, and I kind of just thought 30 days, I'll install it all. I'll get it all on there. And then after 30 days, they'll probably just leave me with it. They obviously don't. So when you cancel it after 30 days, if you don't want to pay monthly, which I didn't, then you lose access to all them. But don't let that put you off, because the default options that you do get, that everyone gets, there's still enough in there. There's still loads of good transitions. You get kind of, there's quite a few that they do free. Because if you think about it, they want you to buy this monthly subscription for these extra kind of like add-ons. So they entice you in with some of the free ones, and some of them are really good. But even still, your default ones, you can get like different like fade effects and transitions, and the screen kind of flipping in different directions. There's loads of stuff that you get that's already included. You can still add text, you can still add transitions. It's just that if you want the entire thing, if you want everything in the kitchen sink, then you have to sign up for the monthly package as well. So that's an advantage, but it's also a disadvantage, because I think they should possibly, I can see why they do it, it's recurring revenue by having you on a subscription, and I completely understand that, and most companies are the same. They want that monthly payment, don't they? But equally, I feel like they should probably give you a little bit more for your money. Like I say, it's user-friendly, it's intuitive, it's easy to pick up, it's easy to learn. Cost-wise, we'll go on to in a minute, but I think cost-wise is actually a great selling point. Disadvantages, I'm going to tell you, is first of all, the one we just talked about. They try and tie you into this monthly subscription, which I don't think is really necessary. I think they should just say, look, you're using this software, here's everything. But I can understand the point they're coming from, and I can understand why a company wants recurring revenue. So I'm kind of contradicting myself a little bit with that one. The other disadvantage, I would say, there's not many. There's not many at all. It's really good software. I'd say I did have to mess around slightly. When I cancelled that subscription, even though I cancelled it on my end, they still took my first month's payment. It wasn't a massive deal. It was just, I think their system's not matching up. So if you subscribe, take the 33 days of film stocks, and then you decide you don't really want that, just cancel it in PayPal as well. So I didn't cancel it in PayPal, and they took it. But to be honest, I raised a support ticket, and within a few days it was sorted and they refunded me. So I'm probably being a little bit harsh counting that as a disadvantage, but I'm going to add it in anyway. My only other disadvantage is from the recording side of it. So when you want to record your video, I do find that compared to other applications that I've used, for example, I use a Logitech webcam. That Logitech comes with some software called Logi Capture, and it's really good. It's really intuitive. I can just click of a button, I can flick between recording my screen or recording me. Filmora is a little bit different in that it's a bit more long-winded, so it's still only a couple of button presses, but I can't just flip between the two. I've almost got to say, right, I've stopped recording me, and now I'm going to start recording the screen. Whereas with the Logitech stuff, it's one button and I can do it whilst I'm recording. So it's not quite as fluid as maybe some of the other applications. But that said, I find it's more accurate. So since I bought this microphone, this Blue Yeti Nano microphone, and what I found is that now when I use the Logitech one, I've got lag. I get like an audio sync issue where I'm talking and the video is out of sync, and it's a bit messing around trying to fix that afterwards. Whereas with Filmora, that's the only application at the moment I found it still copes with it. It seems to be in sync. It seems to be recording at the same time I talk. It's showing my lips move at that time. So Filmora is good for that. The only other thing I would say is when I'm recording, sometimes my laptop it sounds like an aeroplane's going to take off. The fan is going berserk. So I think Filmora is a little bit more aggressive in terms of what it's pushing your kind of laptop or PC to do. So the fan's going berserk and it's taking up quite a bit of resource. Now, The only time that was a downside, really, was when I wasn't using this microphone, I was using the inbuilt microphone. Because that's near the fan, there was just a lot of interference and noise that you would hear in video. Whereas now I'm using this, I can't really hear it as much, so it's not really a problem. But they're the disadvantages. Like I say, this isn't an overly technical review. This is just a YouTube newbie giving you feedback on what I think of Wondershare Filmora. Just for reference, I'm actually using Filmora 9.2, which is the latest one as of what we're on, August 2019. And that gives you like a split screen feature, which is pretty awesome. And it also gives you like a render button. It's just a few little add-ons that they've done. They do seem to be continually updating and improving it, which is good. Now, the big question, how much does it cost? So basically, the cost is either $40 a year, billed annually, or, which makes no sense to go for that one, when you can pay $60 and that's it for life. That's it. You've got it. It's $60. You don't have to pay again. So that's what I went for. I paid $60 and I've got a lifetime kind of agreement for it. So any updates, I'm entitled to it. Anything else, I'm fine. Now, you get 30 days free film stocks, like I said, which I think is worth using and just taking a look. Just make sure you cancel it on PayPal if you don't want to carry on with it. If you want the whole package, you want the lot, you want the software, and you want all of the add-ons, all of the extras, you don't want to miss out on anything, then it's $100 a year. Now, I don't know if you can do that cheaper by paying the $60 and then buying film stock separate. I don't think you can. So yeah, you're looking at about $100 a year, which, depending on your YouTube channel and what you're trying to build, it's not really a massive amount, is it? It's less than $10 a month. That's my quick attempt at maths. It's obviously way less than $10 a month, but $10 a month isn't a lot for having a good video editing software. So like I say, a quick review of Wondershare Filmora 9.2, and I wanted it to come from a newbie's perspective, someone who's getting started with YouTube, as you may be too. It could be that you've got an established YouTube channel and you're just looking for a different video editor, really, just to try. So I would recommend Filmora. I enjoy it. I think it's easy to use. I'll put the link in the description. If you buy through that link, I will get a small commission, but please be assured you can buy it through any link you want. I'm not telling you that it's good and I recommend it for you to buy my link. If it was crap, I would tell you it's crap. I'm very much only recommend products that you would spend your own money on. And Filmora, I have bought myself. Filmora I like. Filmora I use for doing my editing as well. Whether that might change one day, who knows? But at the moment, whilst they're still improving it, whilst it does everything that I need to do, and whilst there's quick support available as well, should I have any issues with it, then it's definitely some video editing software that I would recommend for anyone for editing their YouTube videos. So thanks for watching this video. Hit subscribe if you want to learn more about affiliate marketing. I'm going to be talking about creating blogs, creating this YouTube channel and making money online as a profitable second income stream through affiliate marketing. If there's any questions you've got, and I would love to know what you think of Filmora as well, so if you've already used it and you've found an alternative that you think is even better, just drop it in the comments. I'd love to get people's opinions and see what everyone else out there is using as well. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.